Rural and uneducated. The White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, coming under a lot of fire right now for his controversial comments on undocumented immigrants coming into the United States. Here's what he said.
Let me step back and tell you that the vast majority of the people that move illegally into the United States are not bad people. They're not criminals, they're not MS-13. But they're also not people that would easily assimilate into the United States. They're overwhelmingly rural people. In the countries they come from, 4th, 5th, 6th grade educations are kind of the norm. They're coming here for a reason, and I sympathize with the reason. But the laws are the laws.
All right, joining us now from Capitol Hill is the Hawaii Senator Mazie Hirono. She's a Democrat on the Armed Services and Senate Judiciary Committees. Senator, what do you think of those comments by the President's Chief of Staff?
When he says that he sympathizes with them, the actions that this administration is following with regard to undocumented people belie those sentiments. And as an immigrant myself, people come to this country because they want to have a better life, and they are working in our agricultural sector, in other sectors where, frankly, U.S. citizens are not working, and so they are a big part of our economy. And so to only call for those with STEM backgrounds, et cetera, I think is a really narrow way of understanding how immigrants have helped to build our country.
I want to get through several other points, Senator. The confirmation fight underway right now for the CIA director nominee, Gina Haspel, is clearly heating up. But where are you? Will you vote to confirm her or against her confirmation?
I recently reviewed some of the classified materials regarding her, and I had concerns about her. After reading these materials, it would be difficult for me to vote for her, so I will not be voting for her.
Another issue I want to get to, the White House Press Secretary, Sarah Sanders, actually related to Gina Haspel. She tweeted this, and I'll put it up on the screen. There is no one more qualified to be the first woman to lead the CIA than 30-plus year CIA veteran Gina Haspel. Any Democrat who claims to support women's empowerment and our national security but opposes her nomination is a total hypocrite. You oppose her nomination. What's your reaction to what Sarah Sanders said?
Calling other people hypocrites from an administration that doesn't even know the meaning of the word or the meaning of the word's moral core, that's rich. You know, this is an insult to all of us, and particularly the women who are not going to be voting for this nominee, to characterize it as somehow being anti-women. You know, we care about who's running our CIA, what their background is, what their views are regarding torture. So I say this is rich coming from an administration that demonizes women and marginalizes all minority groups. Give me a break.
Let me get your reaction to the White House aide Carrie Sadler, who, as a way to discount Senator John McCain's opposition to the CIA nominee Gina Haspel, she said this, and I'm quoting her now: "He's dying anyway." What did you think of that when you heard that?
It was appalling, but you know, I've run out of adjectives to describe the lack of any kind of a moral core from this administration. It starts from the top. It was appalling, and Senator McCain has provided service to our country for decades, and to be flippant, this is no laughing matter, and to frame it in that way, I think is indefensible. And I frankly expect the White House to come out and say this is unacceptable even for us. But so far, nothing.
Yeah, we'll see if she says something, Sarah Sanders, about this at the briefing that's coming up in the next hour. Your committee chairman, Senator Chuck Grassley of the Judiciary Committee, he has some advice for any Supreme Court justices thinking about retiring. Listen to what he said.
Are you prepping for a Supreme Court vacancy this summer, Chairman Grassley?
I hope it's now or within 2 or 3 weeks, because we've got to get this done before the election. So my message to any one of the 9 Supreme Court justices, if you're thinking about quitting this year, do it yesterday.
All right, what did you think of that comment from Senator Grassley? Do you think he was speaking directly to Justice Anthony Kennedy?
Well, whoever he was speaking to, it just goes to the goal of Chuck Grassley and Mitch McConnell to pack the courts with the most ideologically oriented judges that will have lifetime employment in both the Supreme Court and the other courts. So a huge percentage, over 70% or so of all of the nominees from the Trump administration either are members of the Federalist Society, which they acknowledge themselves as a conservative organization, either they're members of the Federalist Society or they have the stamp of approval from them. So court packing is going on even as we speak, and therefore individual rights, voting rights, minority rights, which the Constitution should be that document that protects minority rights, but apparently this majority is not interested in those kind of justices. I totally disagree with my chairman's perspective.
Before I let you go, I just want to send all of our viewers best wishes to everyone in Hawaii. I know you guys are going through some tough periods right now out there in the Big Island, but our best wishes to all of you as well. Senator Hirono.
The community has come together, so thank you. Aloha.
Yeah, thank you, and we hope it's over with, at least for now, but we're watching it very, very closely. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Coming up.